Good evening, guys. Welcome back to BoATV for round 6 of the GT3 Sunday Pro League, and we are once again at a dry SNETTERTON. As we can see on track at the moment, we're on board with Prawn, and we will be in the box tonight with Big Al and Richie. The combo is back. Good evening, sirs.
Good evening. Good evening.
Hello, hello, what's that?
Yeah,
Good to have you back, Richie. Missed ya.
That's a lie.
It's not a lie, but I've actually
You had a great
Diamond.
time last week. I could hear it in your voice, Al.
Dearie me. Dearie me.
So we are just about to wrap up practice session. Just over 3 minutes to go. Seen interesting race in Pro-Am, and from what I'm hearing in the chat, GT Academy was a bit of a
Washouts.
sugar show.
Wugga show. Wugga show. That's not right. Wugga show.
A wooga.
Ah.
Sugar show.
So we're hoping
Show.
for a clean race tonight. It's,
Yes.
got 16 cars on this Valentine's weekend.
One more to come.
Well, Valentine's, no, there's just one to get.
There'll be a few more.
Trust me, there's only one more to come. After this evening, making that cake with my wife, mate. That's it. I'm finished.
That's it till next year. Is it done?
Imagine
That's my
in
son's
the
birthday.
scene
Oh,
Ghost.
dear.
Well, while she was making
Yeah.
cake. Yeah. Was it like
Yeah,
that?
no, there was going to be some ghosting.
Ooh.
Yeah, there certainly wasn't any ghosts. Oh, God, what do you want, dog? Yeah,
Colin, are you talking to yourself in the third person? That evening,
I told you, don't talk to Roy like that. Don't talk to Roy like that.
Yeah, evening, mate. Well, interesting race you had there. Up and down the tables tonight, but it does look very much like I'm hearing myself back there. It does look like Vajevo has picked up the Pro-Am title, and it's looking like all these drivers are going to get to keep their seats this season if the rumours are correct about the updates. Going to a 30-car grid.
Yeah, that'll be a sight to behold, won't it? 30 cars, lap one, turn one. Don't know where to look. It's a struggle at the best of times, but it's going to be a lot more action for us in the comms booth to enjoy it. Talking of action, lads, what did I miss out on last week? Fill me in. Fill in the blanks out.
I seem to remember Trigger wrapping up the championship with another win.
With 2 races to go on the 7th race season.
It's
a bit of a joke. So we will be trying to find out how to add ballast or pins to his tyres.
We'll just get
Can you
Michael
start
Massey.
from the back?
Rest of it.
Yeah.
We'll soon sort that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'd have to give him a race ban for being mouthy, even though he's not being mouthy. You was mouthy 3 seasons. That happens nowadays, doesn't it? When they get people, we're gonna have to cancel them.
You're a politician, if you're a politician,
Yeah, smear campaign.
Yeah, you said something when you were 3 years old that we don't agree with.
You spoke to your mother
banned.
rudely.
We're retracting your championship.
We're a feminist group. So, Surf is out.
Goodness
on
me.
Yep, feminist group with I think I've seen about 2 female viewers, and I think we've got a couple of female members, but not active.
In which way?
Not actively female, or how do you mean?
Just actively gender.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
I have no view on being who's actively neutral, gender neutral, and all that lot. Yeah.
Actively gender neutral.
I don't know what it means. I don't want to know.
No, it's just.
They ignorant.
Yeah, you can call me.
Apparently, it's neither here nor there.
What they, them, or them. Anyway.
You see it a lot in there, like, in the emails and stuff like that now, or like your Twitter handles and etc. Like, you know, you can announce me as him, he, or an absolute prat. I like to be called as well. So
I should go into a job and say, I want to be known as Diamond. I identify as a diamond.
Yeah, but diamonds is a girl's best friend, so surely that would be female. Stop
stereotyping.
Silence.
No,
Stereotyping
I could be homosexual. Is that stereotyping as well?
Dearie me.
So the rest of the stream will be
I'm going to
quiet.
blend into the background and let you boys carry on as we've got you both in the box tonight. And
it's going to be another.
I'm going to just fiddle back with my button. So
Oi!
I'll be back in a minute.
Is that a euphemism? Okay.
I bet he says that's all the girls.
Good luck with.
Al, I'm not going to implicate myself any further with you, so all over to you and enjoy the race. Goodbye.
Hey, many people have been associated by implication with me. He has actually gone. My God, where's he gone? Oh no, don't leave me.
It's been banished to the race
Banished to
director's
the
room.
depths. Aye. So where are we today, Richie? Give it to us.
SNETTERTON! We are at the SNETTERTON.
Oh, bloody battery. Oh, remote control batteries are low. Oh well, they'll have to wait.
Everyone's favourite circuit.
I don't mind this actually. I think it's got a bit of everything. It's got some nice fast straights. It's got some quick corners. It's got some slow corners. It's got some tricky corners. It's what's not to like.
It's got personality. It's very a Marmite circuit. It's
Yeah.
not for everyone.
Apart from the last corner corner's not good.
But
then so-
genuine.
I've not been doing too bad on the last corner actually. So I've got my marker, but as soon as that marker gets taken out, I'm goosed.
A genuine test for the drivers. Quite hard to get a flow going around here, but these are the pro guys anyway. And
Yep.
Trigger is here, and Trigger's still in the Bentley. I think he should have been subject to something a bit more torturous, especially around SNETTERTON as well. We should have put him in the GT4, I think, just for winning the title. Can review that in the following seasons. But congratulations, RZM Trigger, season champion here in the Pro Series, and now he can just enjoy himself. Let's hope we get a different winner today, Al.
I'd like to see him start from the back today, actually. Championship 1. I'd like to see him start from the back.
Yeah,
How's
we'd
that?
like to see that. That is right up my street. Sorosa with the quickest lap time of qualifying with 10.5 minutes to go. 1:47 and 4. And then we got Gaitaz, Surfless, Sipex, Migran, and Huhuku. So far, Ginger Gio pops himself up into 3rd. And the race director is enjoying life as always.
So today I'd like to see Surfless qualify and then do something in the race that's going to stand out. Where's LMW? He's down there, hasn't put a lap in yet. Is he? Well done. Excuse me. Just choking. Sorosa for the win. Yeah. I want to see Trigger from the back. Trigger from the back. Trigger, get in the back. Do not qualify. Start from the back. That I'd like to see.
Yeah, that should be a mandatory. He should let the rest of them have a bit of fun. But he's going to rule with an iron fist by the look of it, because he's out on track. And he looks like he means business once again. 9 minutes 20 remain. Sorosa, Gaitaz, Ginger Gio, the top 3, separated by 6.5 tenths of a second. LMW has entered the fold though. 47-1. Immediately beaten. It's going to be ping pong here.
Not much in that. 500s. Very quick up top. Just lick that like button.
Hello, Gaitaz, with a 46.8.
Hey.
First adventure in there. Nice to see the mid-engine cars coming alive here. We've got the Ferraris, the Audis in competition, and then the Hondas looking pretty tasty as well.
Wish I could get my Ferrari running that quick. Nowhere near. Oh, we've still got a few. Prawn doesn't, although he's out on track, doesn't seem to. Does he qualify or does he not qualify? Oh, no, it's Neil B that doesn't qualify in the GT4s, isn't it? He sits at the back and enjoys watching the carnage in front of him.
Yeah,
Sorosa in the pits. Trigger up to 4th, so he's not going to be running from the back, so he's not listening to me. It's outrageous.
Who does listen to you, Al? I mean, honestly, what do you expect here? Come on.
No, not tonight. Got a bad evening.
It's been baking a cake, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I have been baking a cake, been rolling out batter. It's just been.
Oh, you've been
God,
rolling. Oh, yeah.
Been rolling. Yeah. Like 25 to 8. It's just like, can you give me a hand? And I'm like, well, yeah, I've got 25 minutes. Like 8:15. I was like, oh my god. I've got a whole renewed respect for Bake Off contestants. Goodness me.
Welcome to the great Bake Off.
Yeah.
Interesting to see Kool-Aid and Ginger Gio both with identical lap times. Kool-Aid's popped it in there first. And he holds on to P5 as it is.
Oh, Prawn Star giving it some tail wagging on the infield section. invalidating his lap. He's still got 6 minutes, just under 7 minutes to go. He's the only one yet to put a lap in.
And it's getting tight at the top 5. 3 temps now, and it's looking good out.
It is, yeah. It's going to be an interesting race. Turn 1's quite quick, and then a nice hard braking into the first hairpin, which never used to be a hairpin. Used to be a right-hander, and then onto the back straight. Or was it used to be like a little kinked hairpin, wasn't it? Can't remember now whether it was a fast hairpin or no. It was a fast right-hander onto the back straight, wasn't it?
I've got zero knowledge.
Really?
I've got zero knowledge of Snetterton.
Right, so as you go, follow a car over the top, and you'll see as you go around turn 1, that's the same. And turn 2, literally used to turn right and go down the back straight. Up until 5-6 years ago. You might still be able to see the. I think they've slightly changed it. It's like a hairpin and then a left, but it used to literally just turn right. Yeah, I think they might have extended the hairpin, and it used to literally just swing a right. So that infield right-hander that goes onto the back straight, all that infield there wasn't there up until I think it was 5 or 6 years ago.
Quite a flat circuit here, isn't it? Not too much undulation around here.
No, a little bit up and around the bomb hole, which is the big right-hander before the last corner.
A bomb hole?
That's called the bomb hole, not the bum hole.
Oh wow!
No, it's some people know it as the arsehole of the track, but it's not known as.
They shouldn't call you that, should they?
No.
Honestly. That's just rude.
So where are we up top? Gaeta still pole position, followed by Sarosa, LMW, Trigger, Ginger Dio, Kool-Aid. Nozza is up there. Uko, whatever his bloody name is. Negron, Physics up there. He's been having some good runs recently. Jay Jones does his usual awful qualifying. If he could qualify better, he'd be a force to be contend with. But he struggles with the qualifying, around sort of mid-table, and then he's always, as you can see from his Instagram, he's always finishes higher than his qualifying time. Wish I could say the same. Oh, OnlyFans. Sorry, my mistake. I didn't like to say OnlyFans because that's where I am, making myself £3.50 a month.
That's just the entry level. You want to go for the full package, but anyway.
That is the full package, mate.
3 minutes 45 remain. Sarosa is smashing it in a minute. 46.6. Gaitaz LMW. And Kool-Aid was tied with someone else on lap time earlier. It's now Nosser who's joined him on the same lap time. I think it was Gio who's elevated himself up to P5. So Kool-Aid can't believe he's like someone else.
Trigger up to third.
Trigger, we don't want to see this. Okay, just don't
Trigger,
hit start. Pit lane start, okay?
Yeah.
Someone disconnect his pedals before the race, please. Get on the phone to his household.
His what? Right, who's next over the line? 272. Bowden-I.
Get on the phone to his what?
No improvements. 14 Galea, no improvements there. 22 Jay Jones currently sitting 13th, something across the line, and he will jump nowhere. 900 Sarosa currently in pole position. Is he going to increase his advantage at the top? No. Number 5 Huko. He's next. Hoku! Hoku! Why does it go ho-ho?
Ho-ho-ko.
Huku! Huku Hoku.
How, cow.
Alright, Kool-Aid. Just entering the bomb hole. Big sweeping right-hander, wanting to understeer all the time. Oh, he hugs, he gets a good line round there. He hugs the inside of that inside curb. see where it is. Let's just have a quick look. Ah, he's doing nothing.
Top two have called it a day. They're in pit lane, so they will not improve with 1 minute 40 to go. Let's take a blast around here. I think it's enough for them. So it's up to Trigger, LMW, and Co.
Or Surplus just about to cross the line. Currently sitting 12th. I'll see myself up to 10th place.
Trigger's edging closer.
To about 9.
Hey.
Just across the line, jumps up to 13th place. He's usually a bit better than that, isn't he? 14th, Galea, struggling around this track today in the, what is he in? Lexus. Who does? Me does. God, you're joking. Oh, does he? Sorry, LMW up to 2nd place there. Just 1800ths. 90 next to cross the line, Migren. And then it will be Hoku. Sounded like I want a Hawk then, didn't it? Hawk!
Oh, Trigger, don't do it. He's up on his laptop. He's up. He loves to save it right till the death.
Rumoured. So, Kool-Aid is next to see what he can do. Currently, Sarosa, LMW, Gaiataz, Trigger is your top 4. That's top two lines. That's not right, is it? 373 Rose. That's right.
Here's Trigger.
There he goes. Just LMW, who is out on track, which could. I can't even jump on because it's finished. So he may be the only one to spoil the Trigger party. And would he be Trigger happy?
Hey.
Oh, he's invalidated. Surely taken way too much of that curb. Certainly has now. 22, Jensen just across the line. He's way down in 14th place. He's entered the pits. 96, McNuzza doing the same thing just to practice pit stops entry. Just physics out on track. How can he improve? Can he improve? No, he's heading into the pits. That's it. Game over.
Physics does love some punishment, doesn't he? He had a tough season last time out in the BMW, now in the GTR. Having a real tough season in it, but credit to him for carrying on, cracking on, and P12 for physics at the end. But it's that man again in P1. Cancel trigger. Get it trending. Come on.
Cancel trigger.
Yeah.
Trigger from pit lane. Trigger from pit. I'm going to type that in. Trigger from pit lane.
That's crazy pace he's got in that car.
Trigger from pit lane. That's not lane. That's N. Trigger from pit lane. There we go. He'll be watching. He'll be reading that. I think he'll still win.
No chance. No way.
What from pit lane?
Not from pit lane, no. Not through that pack. No way.
I'd like to see it. I'd like to see him start from the back. I really would have done. It's just as a
he'll get up to the top 5.
Yeah.
But he won't win. If he's starting from back and grid, he won't win. It's impossible.
Do you know what I'd do if that was in that case? I'd go around, do a lap, come in and do me pit stop, and then come out again.
You'd need the likes of Sarosa, LMW, Gaiataz, and Ginger all to take themselves out. And that's not including trying to get past Prawn, Lil Mon, Jensen, Physics.
Easy, man. Easy.
So,
easy.
No, we'll get past
Trigger,
him.
man.
No,
It's Trigger.
Not get past him, no way.
Trigger.
Many have come into this
It's
league.
2 seconds a lap quicker than they
Many
are.
have come into this league saying the same sort of thing and found out it's taken Trigger a couple of seasons to get there.
Yeah. He's there.
He did it. It's not been a walk. I think
We've
he's
seen
right
Jay
walk.
Jones struggle this season as well, haven't we?
Yep. Jones is,
Champ last time up.
yeah, defending
In
champion.
qualifying, yeah.
Yeah, I think
he'll finish
he's
top
still
6.
looking strong in the championship.
Is he second or third?
Standards for you. I think he's quite high up.
Yeah, he was second or third, I'm sure he was.
Just so prepared. There we go. He's actually second yet. 64
Yeah.
points though, so some
It's just been
61 points
consistent.
off the lead.
Yeah, he's been consistent. That's what it is. So 45 seconds to the start of the penultimate race of season 6. All about to change in season 7. Yet to all be decided what's going to be happening. We've got the XS version coming out
30 seconds.
with
20 seconds.
30 drivers on the grid, possible driver swaps, up-rated BOPs and FMWs and
BMW M4.
TOCs and all sorts of
What's
things
it?
going on.
Is it a dance? The bop.
Yep.
Heard of the Vossi bop?
10
I've
seconds.
heard of
Is it,
all
is it balance of power?
No, it's a bunch of professionals. It's our professional team.
Ah, a bunch of professionals. Beg your pardon.
That's who
Beg
we're
your
not
pardon.
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're definitely not in those. Yeah, that's another group of people. We do not associate
We're the
with
verified
BOPs.
amateurs. That's who we are.
So, the 1 hour race is just getting underway. Trigger leading the pack away. He had a push for that, so I don't think it's going to be a walk in the park for him.
Yes, it will.
So Roses look.
We always say that.
Binky
Oh,
said,
We always say
physics
that.
has spun it.
yeah. Roses look laugh. Right, I'm gonna slide into the back road. So, good luck, boys.
Said the actress to the bishop.
Oh, okay.
It's one of them nights. Good luck. Keep the
It's
innuendo
gonna
down.
be one of those nights.
Innuendo.
Or is he gonna make it back, or is he gonna get? Well, yeah, he's made it back into the pack. I thought he was gonna get teleported to the pits. The physics has made it back into the grid in formation, and around they go.
Just warming up the tyres, mate. Oh,
Just
the
well,
drums
yeah,
up.
that was a good one. But yeah, he got some good warmth into those tyres. I bet.
A
You
bit
do
of
much
a
racing,
moody
mate?
Afternoon. Me? No, not enough recently. Been grinding at work. Getting the hours in. Pushing for
Very
that
good.
promotion.
Jolly
I do
good.
prefer to commentate over racing.
So I just got to jump in there to answer Steve there. An Oreo is not for tea or coffee, it's for milk. Come on.
Oreos suck, man. They're awful. No, I'm sorry. They're just that's it. Custard cream or a hobnob. Roy, our illustrious leader, seems to disagree with me.
He's taking the biscuit now, he is. I tell you, mate.
It's like
Let's get it on.
what's the crack with those orangey things? What do they call those chocolate cake things? What do they
Oh,
call those? Jaffa cakes. Jaffa cake. What is that all about?
Oi, don't
Chocolate
be going
with
there. I'm
orange.
gonna leave. I'm gonna leave.
Oh man, they
Don't-
are the
don't diss
worst.
the Jaffa cakes.
Biscuit.
Okay.
You can't even dunk it.
I do,
Anyway.
guys, I apologise for anyone who
Currently
is
tuning
offended.
into Bake Off.
who's offended by the comments. It's only held by Owl, not as a group. So if you are offended, please take it up with Ofcom.
We love soggy biscuits. Okay.
Whoa.
.com. .com.
Do not search
Right,
that site.
let's
Do
get
not
into the
search
race.
that site.
Oh, is that we in a race? Sorry, Matt. I didn't realise that.
2x2, 1
Here we
hour of Snetterton. Here we go. Trigger's wrapped it up. He's just going to go for it and have a good race today. Let's hope he doesn't drift off into the distance once again. But a real tight, twisty and exhilarating circuit is Snetterton, and it will catch him out throughout the race. A few of the drivers here, it looks like the mid-engine cars are a bit more favoured around here. Trigger is one exception, to name a few. But this is BoA, this is the Pro Series, this is Snetterton, and this is Big Al.
Thank you very much, Richie. All lining up 2x2, as you say, coming up to. There's a long way up to the start and finish line on this track. Nice, well positioned. Lovely, don't they? All lined up there. With a bit more colour. Can we go? See what happens going into turn 1. Let's take that off there. Turn 1 not so bad here, but it looks like we are all through turn 1. This is where the action usually happens, going into turn 2. Tight. Right-hander, sorry, can't even look from right. It's all round there. Goodness me, what's going on with Pro today? But Trigger's away.
Yeah, good respectful racing from all the drivers. And we see in the background Physics just making up a few places there, taking advantage where other people are a bit cautious. And this is where they'll start to get their elbows out now. It'll be difficult to overtake throughout the race. Trigger already got a nice advantage up front. Not what you want to see from the champion, who was crowned last week.
Not. Yeah, he's already pulling out nearly a second lead. We're not even halfway around the first lap. But that's what happens when you get out in front. No one to worry about but yourself. So,
and he's done exceptionally well.
Oh, God, yes. Yeah. We all aspire. So further down the track, we got Sarosa LMW going wide under the bridge, manages to get it stopped and prevents Ginger Geo from passing under the bridge. Well, for the next right-hander. Oku's in the Audi apparently, and he's up into 4th position. Sorry, that is Hoku, not Ginger Geo, that was pushing LMW.
If you're a fan of bollards, look away now. There's a lot of abuse of bollards around here. They're being slapped left, right and centre. And we've got a good battle brewing down a massive train here. All the way pretty much from P3 to the back of the grid. And it's going to be an exceptional battle all the way to the end. If you're going to take them defensive lines, it's really going to start to slow up the pack. We're going to go 2x2. Is that Gaitaz up ahead of him? Yeah.
It's Hoku and Gaitaz battling for 4th position with... No, sorry, Ginger Geo and Hoku. Oh yeah, Hoku, Ginger Geo, Gaitaz. Then it's Kool-Aid, Sipix, Surfless, Physics up to 10th position. And then there's a nice little train going on all the way down the track, but up front, he's pulled the trigger, and he's away 1.4 seconds. Though Sarosa's not letting him get away too much. Let's see where he is after the next split.
But they're both pulling away from the pack, LMW, isn't it? Just can't live with them at the minute. Almost 3 seconds the gap now to P3. Further down, getting a bit of a field spread coming on. Surfless is forming a train behind him, and then LMW is carrying everyone down towards P8. Someone going a bit wide, McNosser. He's held his position, taking a bit of a run off on the grass. Now coming under pressure from Migran as well.
So Physics putting Surfless under pressure going into the final corner. They all come streaming through the final corner and up the straight. Looks like Bowdner's got the run on Migran. Going to go inside, he's going to go outside, he's going to go nowhere. He's just going to stay where he is. Should get the better run on the exit of this corner, and It's going to make him go around the outside.
Jay Jones is right there, gives a little kiss on the back of that Honda. And we see the Lexus going wide. Honda gets up underneath. Great purchase out the corner. And the position. Oh,
Got a bit of, got it. Hoku's through on LMW, yeah. LMW once again going backwards during the race. Put a lap in qualifying, but struggles in the race. Just not missing his, just missing his apexes all the time. There again, just runs a little wide, coming out onto the back straight. See, Rose is not letting Trigger go, is he?
Not at all.
It looks like we've got a race.
It seems like that Ferrari just not like feeling it with the higher fuel load in the car. Obviously very hooked up in the qualifying format. The Audis have come alive though, P2, P3, and Sipex we've got in P8 at the minute. It's looking good for them so far. And some great close action, and one mistake and you're going to drop potentially a couple of positions due to the momentum around here. And just look on the circuit map, the gap there between the leaders and now Huhuku, it's 4.2 seconds.
Yeah, they're all very well bunched up, isn't there? There's only sort of, I think looking down the line, apart from the top four, there's only one gap of more than a second.
That's what you love to see. Down into the hairpin. At the back we've got Bowden and McNosser going at it. We did have the Bentley up the inside. It's now going to become the outside, and got the Honda holding station. Bentley can take a few more liberties on those curbs, of course, but the change of direction is a bit more cumbersome due to the boaty nature.
It looks like LMW has just settling himself down, and just keeping those train behind him. He's just closing the gap maybe a little bit on Huko. He's 4.5 seconds back from Sarosa. He's maintaining that gap of just 1.5 seconds to the race and current champion RZN Trigger. So further down the pack we've got just no gap. There's no gap at all between half of these. Load of these cars. LMW, Ginger Geo, then Gaiataz, then Kool-Aid, then Sipex right behind him, and Surfless just a second back. Physics 3 seconds back from him. Who's got Bowden half a second behind him. Nozza, Negron, Jay Jones, Prawn down in 15th position, pushing Jay Jones at the back of that small pack for, that'll be for 10th place.
Yeah, it's all about who's going to make a mistake around here. It's all about consistency, and that man who's been consistent all year is Trigger. He leads in qualifying, he leads early on, he nails his starts. He's done that again today. But the early pace is quite even between the Audi and the Bentley at this stage. It's going to be about who can look after the car and what kind of fuel loads they've got in there as well, because we've seen that being critical, haven't we, Al, throughout the season. Who can make the shortest stop possible.
Yeah, it's all about splash and dash in these GT3s. It's the tyres will last the hour. There's no point changing tyres. You're just going to lose 30 seconds of track time. So it's just a quick splash and dash, fuel for the race, and hopefully you stop on your mark. Get the car stopped, get it started again, and get it away. 7 seconds is about your average stop time.
Down tonight on physics. He's going to pull up alongside the GTR. It's going to be about on the brakes. Honda's pretty good. He's got the inside line. Physics
very nicely done.
Hold off. Yeah, good respectful racing from the pair.
So LMW back up on the back of Huku. who is, I think he's probably going backwards rather than these guys going forwards, because he's dropped 5.1 seconds off the race leaders, whereas he was only 4.5 seconds off the front two. And we've got well, it's incredibly close. I think they're all bar the front two. Everyone's on the front straight. Oh, there's LMW going wide off at turn 1, allowing Ginger Geo to take that 4th place, and he's gone wide again. This GT3 through. Is he going to maintain that? Should do on this corner, shouldn't he? Get it stopped and turned. Yeah, that gives Hoku a bit of breathing space. 1.4 seconds is the gap. LMW now down to 5th. Gaiataz and Kool-Aid. So Rosa drops that lead down to 1.1 seconds. So he's maintaining that lead. This is probably the closest race Trigger's had all season. Normally by lap 4 or 5, he's 5 or 6 seconds down the road. So
Surf's just got Sipex on the circuit there. It's ready for P8.
No, you're right.
Sipex was defending hard and tried to hold the momentum through the corner. We've got someone off up ahead, haven't we? That's LMW up on the grass. Just caught that out the corner of the eye.
Just to get it back on track. Oh, should we go and have a look at that? Who would that be? 96.
Incidents further back in the pack as well. I'm going to try and get you an action replay of what exactly went on. But we've got LMW and Kool-Aid currently on the straights. LMW trying to make up for lost ground, but it's Ferrari on Ferrari. Trying to hold the inside line.
Oh, separate. They both went off separately. Did you see that? Right. That's they're just coming under the bridge now. So they go. One goes a little wide. He loses the back end, and the other one hits the curb and goes off the front end. So no contact between the two of them, but they both managed to fall off the track. Jay Jones making up 2 places there, saying thank you very much.
Well, LMW's had another mistake and he's lost another place. Kool-Aid now gets past him, and that is now down to P7. Kool-Aid promotes himself up into P6, and Surfless says, I fancy a go at this. Surf is looking pretty tasty early on in this race. 47 minutes to go, and LMW is dropping like a stone. He needs to calm it down, sort his head out, and get cracking here, because he's got a Lexus all over the back of him.
Ginger Geo all over the back of Hoko as well. From under the bridge complex and then out onto the bomb hole section of the track. I think it's fondly known because there's a big hole there with where a bomb landed. No Trigger, not quite under pressure, but he's being 1.9 seconds, just stretching that lead to 2 seconds from Sarosa.
Well, into the pits comes LMW. Maybe not happy with something on the car. Maybe something he needs to dial back in, but that is a very early stop for the Ferrari. That releases Surfless to charge up to the back of Kool-Aid now. He's got Sipex hot on the heels of that Lexus.
It should bring him out into a clear track though, by the looks of that. With the leaders just coming around the infield hairpin. It looks like he will come out. Yeah, he's on the move already, so yeah, he's now coming out into a clear track, so that may be good for him. Early pit stop, get out of the traffic, get your head down, get some laps in, good lap times in, and then see where you are at the end of the race.
Yeah, it looked like he just likes to come into the pressure a bit too much. Looking in the mirrors maybe. Oh, we're going to have contact further back. Bounder and I and Jay Jones. Bounder and I just getting it wrong on the brakes. Thought he had space on the inside. And tapped the rear quarter there of Jay Jones, who had a half spin. Managed to carry it on, and Bounder and I had to lift out of it, and was the one who lost out more I think we've got Prawn now separating them two, and Little Mon even.
Ginger Geo closing the gap right down on Huku, down to 0.2 of a second, getting a good run through the bomb hole into the last corner. He's going to make a move. Manages to get it stopped, gets a better angle. He's going to get a better drive out of this corner. See what the Honda power allows him to do. Ginger Geo, also Huko moving over, trying to get out of the slipstream. Ginger Geo just backs out of that a little early, maybe gets a better drive. Going into the hairpin, no, quite close enough. So Trigger now pulling 2.2 seconds out up front.
Starting to get some consistency now. This is Trigger. He's got his head down. Ginger Geo is just going to line up and wait for a mistake, it looks like, on that Audi up ahead of him. The Audi back end looking a bit lively in the middle sector, and that Honda getting good purchase out the corners, showing good consistency, and that as well, contending. The Sipex and Surf still closely contesting that battle for P7. Who's impressed you so far in this race out?
I think Sarosa, to be honest. The initial, to be able to stay with Trigger. I know he's getting dropped a little bit now, 2.5 seconds back now, but yeah, he has. Ginger Geo, Uku. I think the unlucky one is LMW. There's Bowdenai into the pits for an early pit stop. Jay Jones up to 11th, but that's probably due to pit stops, or one pit stop at least.
Yeah, what difference about 10 minutes has made, because they were so tight, weren't they, on the circuit, and now we've got cars all the way around the circuit. Of course, we've had a few in the box, but a few thrills, a few spills, but still 43 minutes remain. Optimum conditions, 25 track temperature, an overcast, typical summer British day here at Snetterton.
Yeah, in Norfolk, I believe. Flatlands of Norfolk.
Next guy in the box is Surfless. Now that's an interesting call. Maybe feels he's got a bit of pace in the car and bite the bullet early.
He's just had an off apparently. Should we go and have a look? Anything interesting?
He was running very close, if you remember, with Sipex, I believe. Car number 373. And I think Sipex has dropped back from where he was as well, so there could well be some damage on both cars there.
Oh yeah, just a nudge into the final corner there. Did you want to see that? You got that. Okie doke. No, I don't want to save the replay, thank you very much.
No way through for Gaitaz. Hot on the heels of the Honda. Got to be patient around here. If you try and go for it at the wrong time, we've seen it not work out. And come into contact and lose yourself more than you bargained for. But now 3 seconds is the lead from Trigger to Sarosa. Then Huhuku finds himself in P3. Ginger Geo, the Honda, in the dizzy heights of P4. Gaitaz in 5th. Kool-Aid 6th. Physics all the way up in 7th. Doing a quietly good job, I'd have to say. Expect him to crash in the next lap now, I've said that. Migran in P8. Jay Jones 9th. And Prawn rounding out the top 10.
Yeah, he doesn't do very well when you talk about him, does he?
No, I think he gets excited, and the blood goes away from the brain.
Trigger stretching his legs away again. 3.1 seconds. Sarosa managing to stay with him for a few laps, but We're now 10 laps in, and he's now 3.1 seconds away down the track. Huku has a 10-second gap between him and second place, but he has Ginger Geo right on his rear bumper. Going down, Ginger Geo's got a good run in that Honda. I don't think he's going to be close enough to make a move going in under the bridge. We've now got a three-way battle for third place.
Yeah, we know the Audi likes to defend the line hard but fair, and they continue to do so. Just struggling to get the power on through that corner. You're going to switch directions. This is where it can really break traction easily. Everyone keeping it smooth, steady. It's Audi, Honda and Ferrari in the battle for the final podium positions. They're about 10 seconds down the road from the lead duo. Trigger just slowly just dialing up the pace throughout the race. Almost 4 seconds to the good of Sarosa.
This battle for third place is certainly hotting up with just less than 7 tenths between the three of them.
And just riding on board with Ginger Geo. It's just nice to see the different characteristics of the cars when you can just see them and feel them moving around into the apex. Great driving, and these boys are quick. Let's not kid ourselves. These are some of the top lads you'll find on the Xbox platform. Talking of which, tomorrow we switch over to the PC leagues, and then we go back to Xbox on Tuesdays for GT4 and the Ferrari Challenge of a Wednesday. Do we have a PC GT4?
Yes.
I think we do. Is it on a Thursday, I want to say?
Oh no, no we don't. Sorry, no. I was thinking. I thought the Ferrari Challenge. No, we used to.
Why not?
But nobody wanted. There was no take up for it. To be honest, nobody took it up. Then they tried to put it into the mixed category in the PC race, but then nobody wanted to race. Because anybody that would have been racing in GT4 would have been racing in GT3 anyway. So yeah, didn't want to race.
Yeah, exciting times ahead. Like, hopefully with the update we get this 30 car grid, and you know, these will be possibilities that we could have. I know they'll throw the cat amongst the pigeons, but having a potential mixed grid, maybe 20 GT3s, maybe 10 GT4s or something, maybe for some special races.
It's hard work.
Yeah,
I think my first race was in GT Academy, and that was in that was a mix, 10 of each, and it was
flashback.
I just couldn't keep out. I just couldn't overtake them in a decent way. I lost out a couple of positions just by, being nice. Because you're supposed to wait for them to go around the corner, then overtake them. You're not supposed to be shoving yourself down the inside of the cars. And
be careful where you shove yourself out.
Absolutely. Well, I didn't. That was the problem. I didn't do any shoving. It's just the usual thing for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
And what's the latest?
I'm a taker, not a giver.
You like to take the... Okay. Race director, what is the latest in terms of the endurance? Do we have any news, and what can we expect post updates? And the March we're looking at for the Enduros. Enjoyed lots of them, and I'm sure with the birth of the bigger grids and that, we can look forward to some special one-off events. You know, BoA's always involved for special causes, so always keep an eye out for that. This is your home of racing. I highly recommend you join the community. There's something for everyone. You've got the Academy, the Pro-Am, and this is the Pro Series. You've got the GT4s as well. Great bunch of lads, they'll help you improve. And also exciting news in terms of what is it I want to call it, Patreon. You know, sign up to Patreon, you get some tuition, you get some tips, tricks and exclusive access to all of the big BoA contents. Remember to like, subscribe, and share to your heart's content all of the content, guys. Do all of that good stuff. And give us a like. Come on, you know you want to.
Couldn't have put it better myself.
I think you could have, Al. I think you could
I could have gone, but I think I've been talking for the last 5 minutes on mute.
So it's still this battle for the final podium position, which is looking like the closest battle on track to me. Are you seeing anything, Al?
I'm not at the moment. No, not at the moment. Jay Jones up to 9th position. Prawn following on behind him, but no, they're pretty well strung out. This is the seems to be the only battle on track at the moment. Sipex and Galea, there's a little bit of a battle going on for 11th place. Sipex closing Galea down.
I mean, now Sipex is in that car, isn't he?
I think he must have had an off because Galea was plumb last. So I don't know what's happened to either Sipex, either Galea has had some moment of inspiration and he's actually overtaking people, or Sipex has gone backwards. Was Sipex one of those two that went off earlier on?
He was involved, wasn't he, with was it Surf, I think?
Yes.
Ginger Geo and Haruku getting close again down into the hairpin.
Gaetaz into the pits. So he was on the back of those three, so that's now just a two-way battle for 3rd place. So he has come in.
Sarosa right on the back of Trigger. Sorry, right at the lead of the race. What's
spotted.
happened to Trig?
Oh, let's go and have a look, shall we? Let's have a...
An uncharacteristic error somewhere maybe for Trigger, because gap was to the tune of around 5 seconds. Has Trigger just slowed down? Fancy bit of competition? I think not. I think he's made a mistake somewhere, and we need this on camera, mate.
This is going to be a first, if ever it is.
Well, half an hour in, and it is Trigger who's showing some cracks.
Oh yes, lost it coming out of the hairpin. Did you see that, Mr. Right, just comes around there. He's got a back marker in front of him. Gets up on that curb, just loses the back end. Manages to keep it pointing in some sort of direction, but again that allows. There's Sarosa right up behind him. So Trigger's into the pits.
Oh, yeah. He's done it all by himself right there, hasn't he? Which is normally very comfortable out front, but yeah, didn't take that line too well, and it's cost him. So Rosa now, that'll give him a few more brake horsepower in the back of that V10 Audi in order to push on, give him that confidence that the other man has blinked first. And in the other Audi, Haruku, he's got the pressure in the other direction. He's getting it in the mirrors from Ginger Geo, who fancies it. And who is in the battle for P3 out? That we've got to watch out for now.
Gaetaz, yeah, he's in the pit, so he's up in front. He's come out in front of LMW. I think it's only 1.4 seconds in front of LMW. So there will be a four-way battle, and they eventually come out. Oh, is he going around the outside?
Haruku got up on the grass there. Not much room to manoeuvre. He can carry the momentum out of this corner though. I mean, nowhere to pass. He's weaving around in the mirrors there behind Haruku. Approach the midway stage.
It's half an hour gone already.
Yep. It's great when you're having fun, isn't it? Flies of them. And Sarosa and Co are still extending that advantage. It's now 13 seconds back to the next challenger, which is the sister Audi, who's losing a bit of time. Trigger though has come out in front of Physics. In front or behind Physics?
No, it's behind
excuse me.
Physics. Only just. So that is a battle on track. So he won't be expecting anybody to move out of his way.
Yeah, don't expect Physics to do him any favours. He knows the title's wrapped up. This is for position.
Oh, he has let him. Oh, that's unusual. That's a
Come
very.
on.
Why has he done that?
Because he heard me say it, that's why he's done it.
Goodness
Yeah.
me, that's allowed
Contradiction.
Migron to close right up on him. It was a better place to do that. He could have just gone wide at the hairpin. But, slowing up on the straight was not the best decision Physics has ever made in the racing. Ginger Geo is still
We are at the halfway mark.
pressurising Hoku for what will be, we think, third position. Once all
To pick
the-
some Magnossa. Guy Taz is in a bit of traffic, sorry. Got a battle up ahead of him. They're going to be losing time now. These guys who have boxed, they're going to be losing time out.
They will be, yeah. Not the maybe not the best decision, but hopefully it's quick enough to get past him. It's not. None of these guys are going to be letting them pass. Not like Physics just did.
So Rosa leads at the halfway mark. We have had Trigger come in again, uncharacteristically early into the box. He did have a little bit of traffic ahead of him in the form of Physics, but he jumped straight out of the way at the first available opportunity, and has a clear road up ahead of him to the tune of almost 10 seconds. And it's going to be a battle of the stints now. The battle further down, Galea, Magnossa, Sipex and Co. Ginger Geo and Huhuku though on track, still going at it. Ginger Geo seems quite content just to keep pushing the Audi up ahead of him, weaving around in his mirrors, having a great time of it.
Yeah, I don't think he's content. I just don't think he's got any choice. I think Hoku's just had just went wide at the hairpin, but just managed to get it stopped in time and turned in. But Ginger Geo just didn't take advantage. Ooh. I think he was going to get it stopped there. I think this is the closest he's been coming onto this back straight. Get the power
Yeah, he
down. Can he
just
get it
doesn't
down early enough?
Doesn't have the grunt when it comes to the end of the straight. That's
No.
the problem.
It's not the nicest corner to overtake, is it? It's not like you can do a block pass on there. It's very nicely done by the pair of them.
Yeah, I'm always impressed when a car can follow this closely, and be confident of the car ahead as well, that he's not going to break, in a strange place. They're both very comfortable with each other on circuit, and it's great to watch.
He's got a better drive. Ginger Geo getting a far better drive out of the final corner. They're side by side going up the straight. Will he get that chance? Will he get it?
It's VTEC versus V10. Who's going to win?
Oh, there's a little bit of contact. Ginger Geo has that position.
At last. Don't mess it up now.
Yeah, just unsettled that Audi going through the corner. Just that little bit of door-to-door contact has allowed him to get through. And will he pull away?
Just checking back through the field, I think Gaiataz has cleared Sipex, who's got a car between him and LMW, but I think they're really going to lose out in this stint now in terms of the battle for the final podium position. I think that'll be between Ginger Geo and Huhuku.
It's only interesting to see where Sarosa comes out. See what interesting to see what let's see what the lap times he's doing. His last lap time. Oh no, that's the wrong person. Sarosa is in some traffic at the moment, so he's just coming up behind Bowdeneye. Currently doing 1:48.3 as his last lap. Let's just have a look and see what sort of lap time Trigger is doing. 1:47.6.
Physics has just had a little off. I think he just got a bit wide or something mid-run. He's past him. Huku next in the box.
Where's he going to come out? Let's jump on board with him. He's now dropped. So he's making his way up the pit straight. Gaiataz 79 just making his way around the final corner. So he's
Just behind Prawn, it seems.
he will, but Prawn's not pitted, so he's made himself. He's got himself out in front of Gaiataz. So Gaiataz was did struggle behind those back markers. You can call there, Richie.
So we're going to keep a close eye though as well on the leader of the race. Trigger looks like he's absolutely flying. He's taking huge chunks out of Kool-Aid. This is going to be critical in terms of Trigger's race when he does catch up to the back of the Ferrari, how early he pits. He's going to be praying that he peels off into the pits beforehand. Sarosa has a fairly clear track in front of him. Trigger has had for the last 5 or so laps. Looks a lot more content in the car. Did build up a 5-second lead, made that mistake, and clatters the curb. In the other car, that would have been Armageddon, but holds on to it right there. Just showing he's pushing to the absolute limit. Limit!
That's lovely, guys. That's lovely. Thank you very much.
We just serenaded Al in the commentary booth today.
I have no idea what you were singing.
Scarface? Which Scarface?
I'll take that. Take your word for that one.
Push it to the limit. Come on, chap.
Trigger must have had a little moment there because he's dropped to 4.2 seconds behind Kool-Aid. He was 3.5 seconds. He must have had a little moment there, so he's not having it all his own way. He's currently 26, 27, 29, nearly 30 seconds between Sarosa and Trigger. So if Sarosa can get in and out of the pits in 30 seconds, he will retain the lead.
LMW
Possible.
found a bit of confidence here, pushing 6 to the limit, finding the limit of the circuit as well, and
Jesus Christ.
just drop it off.
Wish you did drop the mic.
Oh my god. Look for real.
Ooh, Sarosa's off. Turn 1.
No!
Gone right wide. So that looks like that will be the end of his. Who's that just gone through there?
Little one.
It's a back marker. Yeah, little one.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, Lowe would have lost a load of time. We'll see at the next split, which is coming up at the end of this short straight. To see exactly how much time. To see how one. Oh, what's he going to get? Where's Ginger Geo? It's coming there now, so it's about 6 seconds he'd have lost. He would have not lost. No, about 3 to 4 seconds. Not that bad. Not that bad. Maybe time for a pit stop. Regain your thoughts.
Yeah, you remember Trigger boxed very early, so how long was he stationary for? So Rose up, hopefully a splash and dash, hopefully he get his head down, get those lap times bumping back in. And Trigger now 1.5 seconds behind car number 20 on circuit. Let's see what Kool-Aid does when that Bentley feels the mirrors.
Yeah. I certainly, boy. I said, boy, let me through, boy.
Big night for all the Yankees out there. Super Bowl Sunday tonight. I'm sure they'll be geared up for that. I think it starts about 11 o'clock UK time. They've tuned it more in for the European audience. Halftime spectacle of Eminem, Dr. Dre, and Snoop Doggy Dogg in the house as well. Something to behold. Here's Trig. Is he going to get out of the way? Just get out of the way. Oh, come on. Honestly, guys.
That was for track position, but he knew he was. Yeah, you pick your battles, as they say. That wasn't a battle that he needed to partake in. Oh, yeah, good point.
He didn't pick any battle. He looked like he was picking his nose and was off the throttle there.
Scratching his ass.
So as it stands, Trigger should come out with a handsome lead, unless he does anything wrong. 19 minutes to go.
Yeah, he's...
Yes, it is. Galea's got McNosser for company. Oh, he had. McNoss just disappeared off my screen. Here he comes.
So who's next to pit? Who is going to be next to pit? Will it be Sarosa? Will it be Ginger Geo? Kool-Aid? Negron? Physics? We know physics goes long, goes deep.
Oh, she likes that.
There's no hope of that, mate. You being pretty. That was to my. That was That was to our illustrious leader, not to my co-coms, who is.
How dare you?
I have no idea what he looks like, to be honest.
Let me send you a freebie.
Oh no, not those pictures again, Richie, please.
Well, it's that time of the year, you know. I've got to share the love out.
Dear.
Share the love.
Where are we? Anything?
Don't worry, Al will pay the bill, pay his permission. He will get that, don't worry.
Galea is... Where's JJ? JJ's 11th position, but I think that will change a little bit when they start making their pit stops up ahead. So there's 22 seconds between Sarosa and Trigger. I think it's going to be a little longer than that to do your pit stop. So we have yet to find out. 17 minutes to go.
I think Sarosa can get in and out in 21 seconds and be satisfied.
If he can, then he will, but I don't think he's going to. If he
He's
speeds in the pit lane, if he does.
If we drop in time though. But another battle to watch out for will be Ginger Geo versus Huhuko. My tag's a further 3.1 second up the road, and that is the battle for P3. Now I don't expect Sarosa to be in the clutches of Huhuko, etc. Did have that one mistake, but Ginger Geo, talking of him, next one to box.
He should come out right behind Huhuku.
This is Mox, knocks up the fronts.
think he's going to come out in front of Huku, you know.
Dropped.
He's on the move, and Huku's just coming round,
It's going to be tight.
going around the final corner. He's now put flat to the floor. Huku's coming up over the line. I think he's got the jump on him.
Yeah, good job for the NSX driver there.
So it's starting to pan out. Trigger is our current race leader after the pit stops. He's got a 22-second gap to Serosa. If Serosa can get in and out of the pits in 22 seconds or less, he will maintain that lead. I think I'm not sure. I've no idea how long it takes to get in and out of the pits.
He's got Bentley in front of him. McNussa.
More than 22 seconds apparently.
He's not been having the greatest time of it recently. His pace has not been there, and he has black back markers in front of him, and blue flags should be waving. He's losing time. McNussa finally pulls over, and so does. Oh no, it doesn't. Says that. No, that. Thought he was going to dive into the box. 14 minutes to go here at Snetterton. Looks like it's Trigger's lead. He throws it in the bin. We've seen it do him already.
That's the first thing. That's the first mistake I've seen him make all season. No idea. You can't give us that information. Yeah, it's no good. No. We need a little bit more information than that before we can go looking for people at the hairpins. Thank you very much.
Kool-Aid's off. Kool-Aid is off. Was in P3. Just caught him on the grass.
That's at the
Maybe it's him who
hairpin.
took a trip earlier on. One of the 4 cars yet to make his mandatory pit stop. Only 13 to remain in here.
LMW off the track once again. At turn 1. Isaac's going backwards. I think he must have had another off. Serosa into the pits. This is it. This is where we get to see how quick it takes to do a pit stop.
I'm going to keep an eye on circuit because Sipex, Galea and Bounded Knight have all bunched up.
There's Trigger coming down onto the start and finish straight. He's just about to go past the stationary Serosa, who's down into second place. Next down the line is Ginger Geo. He's going to come way out in front of Ginger Geo, who is currently coming round through the bomb hole down into the last corner. Through the bottom hole.
So they're boom, boom, boom. Let me see.
So Trigger somehow has managed to gain 10 seconds on Serosa from his pit stop.
That's just rude.
Yeah.
We thought he lost, what, about 6 maybe? Then maybe some lap traffic. Maybe Trigger was just pulling the trigger.
Oh no,
pace.
sorry. Oh, what's up? No, sorry, that's on Kool-Aid, isn't it? That's 10 seconds on Kool-Aid, but then he's got another 50. What the hell?
How does that happen?
That's 15 seconds down the road.
Surely not.
The Trigger's now coming underneath the bridge, and Serosa is where? Where is Serosa?
Surely.
Just coming onto the back straight. We don't care. We just want to know how Trigger's pulled 15 seconds out on Sarosa.
Bold and I.
Which is 15 seconds. How did he pull 15 seconds? 16, 17 seconds. That's just.
Oh,
as you say,
Simex off. Goulet's got white and Bold and I. He gets all of them. He's like, thank you very much. Cheerio, lads. Jolly good show. Minutes to go. Anyone in the chat realise what exactly's happened here? Because we've got not got a didgeridoo.
I just think Trigger's just put the laps in. Second a lap. Must have been a second a lap quicker. He must have been to pull that sort of time out in front of Sarosa. That's just ridiculous. Goodness me, I don't know how much ballast you put on that man's car, he'd still win. Put my wife in his car, he'd still win. When she'd probably talk him to death, so.
That was just like so left field. Wow. What do you expect to happen to Trigger if you put her in the car?
We're talking ballast, man. I'm talking ballast.
That's not answer. That's not answer. So Rose is in traffic now. He's got Mig run in front of him.
She's available.
Not position. Yeah, 9 minutes to go.
Hey. Oh, trigger. So he's got Sarosa is right underneath Marigron. Oh, is he gonna? Yeah, there he goes. Oh, you don't want to be getting bumped past there. The old Twitcher will be going there. Goodness me. I'll just let someone pass on the outside of one of the fastest corners on the track.
Sipex has lost it.
Okay.
The grass again. Yeah. Just held it. Kept it away from the tyre barrier. Now down to 16th. He was right up there as well, wasn't he, in the early part of this race?
He was. Oh, physics on the grass again. Taking out some bollards. More bollards gone for the final corner. And he comes in. He's had enough. Making his pit stop. With 8 minutes to go.
Final two left to stop. Migran and Kool-Aid. Kool-Aid has been having quite an eventful race as well. Had some good early battles, a few thrills, a few spills. We'll see where he shakes out. So it looks like Sarosa's got a comfortable podium position as it is. Then Ginger Gio, he's pulled a blinder in terms of the race strategy. He's called the right shots at the right time. And Huhuku and Gaitaz just missing out. Gaitaz though creeping on up to the back of the Audi once again. LMW with exceptional quality pace like we've seen all season, but yet to translate that into solid point scoring positions. I remember Brands Hatch being the first time we saw him, and yeah, great race from him. Great talent. He just needs time to acclimatise to the Pro Series, it seems, and the Ferrari potentially. That man, the championship winner, Trigger, he can do wrong, but he gets it right again.
I think it's one mistake all season. I think that's been it. This race was one mistake, minor as it was. But yeah, munching away, got 18-second lead over Sarosa. Hope you guys can't hear that in the background.
What are we listening for?
That's my wife. Apparently she's laughing. Now she's
What
choked.
about check
I have no idea.
Trigger?
Get on here. She's in the car with Trigger laughing at him, going, what the hell is that? I'm not pulling that trigger. Oh my god, I didn't see that coming myself.
Clip that. It's been one hell of a stream today, boys. I tell you, from the get-go.
Yeah, we don't need racing. We can just.
Cupids in town.
Goodness me. Oh dear.
So final 5 minutes.
Trigger's not listening because he will be put off by that shortly. Anything happening on track? Absolutely nothing. Apart from Gaetas and Huku. And
Engine's a bit closer. But...
So Ginger Geo is currently sitting third place with 2 in front of him who have not yet.
Box, big run, boxing.
There we go, one of them goes in. Huko has a 3.5 second gap in front of him, a 1.8 second gap behind him. Ginger Geo currently sitting on that last step of the podium.
Migrant stationary. He is off the jacks and moving again. We dropped to P8. His teammate is coming down the main straight and will get him. So he'll come out just in front of
Jay Jones.
Comfortably in front of Jay Jones, yeah. Let's keep an eye on Mr. Cool.
Got a pit soon. I think so. I think we're getting there. Especially with 30 cars on the track, we'll have a lot more to talk about. We won't be able to talk about things like we do talk about. The bloody stream would be boring as hell, won't it? Yeah. I might give this up then. Of course, I can talk to myself.
Ow.
Oh, look.
Ow.
Yes, mate. Sorry.
Ow, do you receive it? Ow, do you receive it?
This is what happens when you have conversations with your.
This is your father speaking. Kool-Aid in the box. Final man to come in. His marks. Let's see where he rejoins. Could have a last few minutes spice. 2.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think he could come out. Was he going to maintain? There's LMW coming up the. He's now released off the pits. LMW make his way over. Yeah, he's just passed him. Surfless, he'll get out in front of Surf. That's everybody pitted. Our current race leader, Trigger. Not said that before, have we? This season. 6 out of 6. This will be Sarosa. See, look at this, 17 seconds. You can't tell me that a guy wins the race. 17 seconds to go. Could not have started from the back and still won this race.
Yeah, well, he's like Sebastian Vettel, isn't he? He's great at getting out in front, getting his head down, and just pumping in lap after lap after lap. And we've seen it all season long. We saw it last season when he did have a battle in his hands. He didn't have the best start to the season. You know, had a great mid part and then just tailed off. You know, when the tough get going and it goes wheel to wheel, anything can happen. But credit where it's due, he's had a phenomenal pace. Final lap here, and Huhuka has Gaitas up ahead of him. It's going to be a little bit too little, too late. But what a race out! Not the result we wanted. Still some great action.
No, it's the race. It's the result that Trigger wanted. 6 races in a row. He has taken, I believe, pole in every race bar one, maybe. And he has finished on the top step of the podium. I think he could push his car home from here, couldn't he? Where is he? Oh no, he's on the inside, infield. I think he might struggle there. Size of that Bentley. Get out of here. The Bentley is the lightest car in the game.
So looks can be deceiving, eh?
Yeah. Of course. Of course. So Gaetaz is 0.8. You can see a something in front of him. You can see a car in front of him.
You can see
an Audi.
first position. You can see first position in front of him. That's what you can see. The championship winning position. If only you can finish there, that will be it.
Gaetaz out to the back straight. Hoko in front of him. Hoko, I think, has got a big enough lead to not have to worry about Huku sending it. Trigger's bringing it home, apparently.
Trigger.
Has finished the race.
Pole position at the death, like always. P1, as always, the championship's in the bag, but it's business as usual for car number 584, who drifts it into oblivion. So Rosa looked like he could take the fight to him, but not today. He made one error. Trigger made one error, but Sorosa's was bigger, and he lost a big chunk of lap time midway through the race. We need to find out what's happened there. Ginger Gio pulled out an absolute blinder of a strategy and brings himself home a podium. He'll be surely chuffed with that one. Huhuku and Gaetaz, they had a great battle and some great action throughout the race. LMW, I mean, we've got to give this guy some props. He had a tough start to the race, Al, didn't he? But
He did. He
solid
kept
points.
going backwards. Yeah, finished 6th position. Yeah, good finish in the end.
Kool-Aid as well.
Kool-Aid.
We saw him on the grass, didn't we?
Yep. Finishing 7th place. Surplus in 8th. Migron coming over the line to finish 9th, and Jay Jones coming around the last corner to round out the top 10. So again, not the best race for Jay Jones, but good points. Just to, I'm not sure how far within 2nd place and 3rd place is in the championship.
Good race for Prawn. Up in P11. Just quietly getting on there in the Porsche. Physics in the GTR P12.
So just waiting for the last 4 cars to cross the line. And they do in close succession there. Little Mon trying to push McNozzer all the way onto to the line. And there is race over. They're all back in the pits. And Trigger, once again, race leader, race winner. Good race from Sorosa there. Ginger Gio third. That's your 1, 2, 3.
Well done, guys. Well done, everyone on track. Well done, Sorosa. Great 2nd place for you, dude. Trigger once again. Sublime performance. Hoku, what's a standout performance? I'm pretty sure he's bottom of the standings at the moment. So, getting up in 4th. And Ginger as well. Excuse me. This is great performances there. But, yeah, that wraps up round 6. So, just one more to go. We've got GT4 will be wrapped up tomorrow as well.
No, it won't. Tuesday. PC
Tuesday.
tomorrow, mate.
So PC tomorrow. So yeah, and then yeah, next Tuesday will be the last GT4 race of this season because of Kunos bringing it forward. I think someone should tell McNoza we're not racing anymore.
It's still out on track.
It's still going.
Prawns out on track as well.
Fair enough. But yeah, so we've got one more race of, well, apart from PC tomorrow night, and then we've got one more race of each round. And then, yeah, we're on to the big one the next season. So we get the big drop just over a week now. We'll be getting ready for that. Someone's asked about setting up a fastest lap thing. I'm sure we can sort that out while we're sorting out the updates and that lot.
Green light, go, go,
But yeah, well done. That was a great race, and we'll call it a night there, I think. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Al. Great job on the comms once again. So,
You're welcome.
thank you to the viewers that joined us, stuck with us. We got a bit slow. Great race at the beginning there, but yeah, slowed down a bit. But yeah, we'll see you on tomorrow night.